Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to set up your brand new iPhone 16 Pro Max. Before you start turning it on, please make sure to plug in the device so that the battery doesn't drain during the setup process. Once you plug in your device, you should see an Apple logo on the screen. But if you don't see anything, please hold down the power button for a few seconds until the Apple logo shows up. My iPhone 16 Pro Max already comes with some battery, so now I am going to press and hold the power button for a few seconds until the Apple logo appears. The startup process for your iPhone 16 Pro Max can take a bit of time, depending on how fast your iPhone is, as well as the specifications for it. Please be patient, and you should see this screen asking for your language. There are multiple different languages that you can choose from. In this case, I'm going to choose English because that's the language I speak. Now you'll be asked to choose your country or region. The country that you might live in will be shown here, but if you don't live in that country, there are some other countries and regions to choose from. Scroll through this list until you see your preferred country. In my case, I live in the United States, so I'm going to choose this one. Now it will start setting the language. Once it has finished setting your language, you will be asked to choose an appearance for your iPhone. You can either choose the default options, which I'm going to choose in this case. You can also use the medium icons, which makes the buttons a little bigger. And also, if you look at the text over here, it is in bold as well. And if you choose large, it becomes significantly larger, and some more text is bold. I'm just going to go with the default icons and text, and also if you tap on this icon, you can configure some accessibility options for your phone. You can either configure voiceover, zoom, and many other features here. In this case, like I said before, I'm going to use the default icons, and I'll choose continue. Now we get the quick start screen, and now it is searching for nearby devices. Quick start is a very useful feature that allows you to transfer information from your phone running iOS from another phone running iOS 11 or later, and you can transfer information from that phone to this one using Bluetooth. If you are using a Bluetooth phone, if your phone has Bluetooth, then it might be a good idea to set it up now. And also, please make sure Bluetooth is on, because Quick Start requires Bluetooth to work. Now, I'm going to tap on Setup without another device. This is optional. You can transfer the information later if you have an iCloud backup. That's what I'm going to use in my case, so I'm going to tap on this option. Now, at this point, you'll be asked to choose your Wi-Fi network. There will be some Wi-Fi networks in the list, so choose the one that you would prefer. If you don't want to use a Wi-Fi network, you can tap on Continue if the option is actually there, because in most cases, this option is not visible. And if your network is secured, you will have to enter your password for the network. So please make sure you enter the password for it. Now you'll be asked to enter your password. So simply type your password in this box over here, which is the password box at the top. Enter your password using the keyboard below. Once you have finished entering your password, you can tap on the Join button, or you can tap Join on the keyboard. Now it will ask you to update the phone. A software update with important bug fixes is available for this iPhone. You can choose to update now or update later in settings. You may not see this message, but it would be a great idea to update the software. You can always do this later in settings. For now, I'm going to update the device later because I want this setup process to be quick and efficient. Now it says data and privacy, so it's talking about how it keeps your information private. You can learn more if you want, but I'm just going to tap on continue in my case. You also have some custom options to set up your iPhone. You can also set up it for a child in your family. If you have a child who's aged 12 and younger. For now, I'm just going to set it up for myself since I don't have a child. Now you'll be asked to set up Face ID here. iPhone can recognize the unique three-dimensional features of your face to unlock automatically, use Apple Pay, make purchases, or subscribe to services from Apple. I won't be setting up Face ID now, but it's basically a facial recognition feature. So if you tap on continue, then you can follow the guides to set up Face ID, but in my case, I'm going to set up Face ID later. Now it will ask you to create an iPhone passcode. If you tap on passcode options, you can use a different type of passcode. You can use a custom alphanumeric code, a custom numeric code with any types of digits, and the alphanumeric would be like a password if you're like typing a password like you would on a computer. You can also use a 4-digit one, so it's basically the same as the 6-digit one, but it only has 4 digits. Or you can skip the password, which I'm going to do in this case. Now it says a passcode secures your iPhone and protects your data. Some features of iOS and Apple account cannot be used without a passcode. So now I am going to choose don't use passcode, but if you changed your mind about skipping, now is the correct time to enter your passcode. You can set up a passcode later in settings if you want. Now this is the right time to transfer your apps and data if you did not do that earlier. You can either transfer data from an iCloud backup that you have in your Apple ID. So if you tap on this, you will be asked to enter your Apple ID. And if there are any backups, then you can choose your preferred backup. You can also save from another iPhone if you would like to transfer information wirelessly from one iPhone to another. You can also choose a backup from a Mac computer or a Windows PC, or from an Android device. If you want this to be a brand new clean phone with no information or anything, like no personal information, then you can tap on don't transfer anything, which I'm going to do in this case. Now it asks you to enter in your Apple account. So if you have an Apple account, then you can type in your email and your password, which will come up soon, or you can choose a different way to sign in. Or if you have forgotten your password and if you want to skip your Apple account and set up that later in settings, or if you want to create a brand new Apple account, you can tap on forgot password or don't have an account. Now it gives you some information on what an Apple account actually is, so you can read through this if you want. I'm not going to read through it, but in this case, I'm just going to choose set up later in settings. Like I expected, it gives you a confirmation saying, are you sure you don't want to use an Apple account? And it says creating one is free and easy, but I don't care about creating any Apple IDs right now. I might create one later, so I'm just going to say don't use. Now it will give you some information on the terms and conditions. So you can tap on agree if you would like to use your iPhone and agree to the terms and conditions, which most people will do. Or you can tap on disagree to return the iPhone back to the Apple Store or your local retailer. In this case, I'm just going to choose agree. Now we get this message about updating the iPhone automatically. And I guess what this will do is if you had any software updates like I've had before, then it will automatically install that update. But in this case, I'm just going to say only download automatically because I don't want the update to go through. So I'm just going to tap on only download automatically. And now it talks about iMessage and FaceTime. If you would like to set that up, you can tap on continue, or else you can tap on not now. In this case, I'm just going to choose continue. Now it talks about location services, and it will allow apps that need your location to fully work. So you can tap on turn on location services if you want, or you can tap on setup later. It would be useful to use Maps and Find My because those are pretty useful apps. So I guess I'm just going to choose the turn on option. Now it asks you to set up cellular. You can transfer a phone number from a nearby iPhone or scan a QR code provided by your carrier. So you can transfer any eSIMs that you have from any iPhones that you have, like from an old iPhone, or you can scan a QR code from your cellular provider. But in this case, I don't really have eSIM right now, so I am going to set that up later in settings. Now we get screen time as well, so it talks about the parental controls, and you can set time limits for any apps that you would like to manage, and you can use it on children's devices. So it would be a great time to set this up right now if you have a child. But in this case, I'm going to set it up later. Now we get iPhone analytics. So it talks about any analytics that are collected for your iPhone, and you can change the decision for the analytics and settings if you want. So I'm just going to share that now because it can be useful for helping Apple improve their services and products if you would like. It also talks about app analytics, so analytics for your apps. So if an app is glitching, you can help the app developers improve their apps, and you can make reviews on them, and you can share crash data and app activity. If you would like, you can transfer that through Apple, and this is pretty useful. So I'm just going to go with it here. Now we also get options on the light or dark display. So you can either choose the light theme, you can choose auto over here. So basically, if you choose the auto over here, it will basically use the light theme when it's daytime or the dark theme when it's nighttime. But in my case, I'm just going to use the dark theme over here, which is this one. Again, the dark theme actually looks pretty nice, so I'm going to keep it like that and tap on continue. And also it talks about silent mode, that you can configure that in the control center. So basically, if you swipe down from the top right hand corner of your screen, it will open up the control center, which is this menu that it's talking about. And you should see this bell icon, and if you tap on it, it should turn red. And if it turns red, then it's in silent mode. And if you tap on the red bell, then it will change back into a normal bell, and that means silent mode is off. I'm alright with that. I'm just going to tap on continue now. Now we also get some information about the action button. So you can press and hold the action button to configure the silent mode, or you can customize it if you want. So basically, if you see this button over here, and if you hold this, it basically enables silent mode, and you can see the silent mode icon over there. It just played a vibration. And if you hold it again, it changes back to ring, and now we have silent mode off. And if you tap on customize, you can change the function associated with the action button. So in addition to silent mode, you can choose do not disturb, so you can use the focus if you want. You can make it open the camera, you can make it turn on the flashlight, or make a voice memo, and there are just many different features to choose from. But I'm just going to tap on continue. I'm okay with silent mode. Now it talks about camera control. So it says click camera control to open a camera app, then click again to use camera control as a shutter. So basically, it's talking about this button over here. This is a little vibration button that allows you to open up the camera. So if you press this, it will open up the camera. And if you swipe up through on it, it will change the zooming. And if you press it, it will take a photo. Press and hold it to create a recording, and you can keep on holding it to extend the recording, or you can just let go of the button to pause the recording. Or you can quit the recording if you let go of it. But now I'm okay with the camera control. I'm just going to leave it the way it is and I'll tap on continue. And also, I forgot to mention, it actually showed up with a tutorial and they tapped on the camera. So if you press it, it opens up the camera app. And if you press it again, it will take a photo. Let me just tap on continue now. And now it talks about Siri here. So it says Siri helps you find information and get things done just by asking. And also it has a pretty new feature. So it says Siri, then your request. Siri listens for its name at the beginning of requests. So this new feature that was introduced with the previous... She just interrupted me. So basically, if you want to use this over here, in addition to saying like, hey Siri, like normal, you can just say Siri and then you can say whatever you want. This was a feature introduced last year. Or you can press and hold the side button and keep holding it until Siri shows up. But now I am just going to tap on continue. I'm alright with Siri. And now it allows you to select a voice. So it will use this voice for the maps. So if you're enabling the directions and you're going directions somewhere, it will actually speak the directions. So Siri will actually speak it with the voice that you choose over here. So there are 5 voices to choose from. Or if you want to choose a voice automatically, you can tap on choose for me. But I'm just going to choose one of these voices. Let me see.
The colors of the sky fade with the
colors of the sky fade with the setting. The colors of the sky fade with the setting sun as the stars begin to shine through the clear night.
And also, usually it would say, hi, I'm Siri, choose what voice you would like me to speak, but now in iOS 18, it says the colors of the sky, blah, blah, blah. So I guess I'm just going to choose voice 4 because I'm alright with that one. I'm pretty familiar with it, and I'll just tap on continue here. Now it will ask you to say these things to your phone, so you can say, Siri, how's the weather? Oh, wait. Siri, how's the weather? And then it will just give you some other ones. Hey Siri, send a message. Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Hey Siri, get directions home. Siri, play some music. Alright, now Siri is ready, so it will either listen for Siri or Hey Siri. And now you can tap on continue over here. And it also talks about improving Siri. Of course, Siri usually improves every single month or two or every single year with every iOS update. So I guess I'm just going to tap on share audio recordings over here. It also talks about the emergency SOS. So you can press the side button and either the volume up or the volume down button to make an emergency call. And we also have crash detection. So if there's like a car crash and the phone is inside the car, it will automatically open up a countdown to call emergency services. And also we have SOS via satellite. So it can try its very best to contact the emergency contacts or emergency services via the satellite if there's no cellular, which is a pretty nice feature that was introduced with the iPhone 14. I'm just going to tap on continue now. And now we are about to conclude this over here. So it says welcome to iPhone. And now if you swipe up from the bottom of your screen, you can begin using your phone in the normal way. Alright, I've just swiped up over here. And look at that. Our device is good to go now. And as always, we will conclude this video. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more similar videos. And also, don't forget to share this video if you found anything interesting or something a bit funny. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.